I wanted to talk about the prison of social media. And this is something that's really kept me from embracing social media for a long time because I just find it's so splintering to focus. And I'm sure you've probably seen some of these people on YouTube that say, I'm quitting. And then it got to a meme, and everyone, even Ali Abdal and all these people are weighing in and putting out clickbaity videos that say they're quitting YouTube. When in reality, most of them aren't. But they do have some points that I think are what's really getting at this issue. And I want to do a video on kind of a related topic to that on social media and what are the big problems with that. So one of the things that I think everyone can recognize is you walk to a busy restaurant and people like looking at their phones, and there's 3 or 4 people at a table and they're all looking at their own device. And it's so capturing that as soon as people feel a little bit bored, they need to pick up something. And so what I've done is I've actually put my phone on grayscale mode. You can do it with the iPhone. You can set it up where you tap the button 3 times and it just goes into grayscale mode. My family, of course, doesn't like it. I think it's good because it just creates a little bit of separation there. So you see this as well on rock concerts. People are recording the live moments on video that they're probably never going to watch again. And it is this thing that takes people out of the present moment. And I think that's really one of the things that's missing and that we need to guard ourselves against when it comes to YouTube, social media, iPhones, Androids, all this kind of stuff. We really need to guard ourselves about that and just be aware of the pull that it has and being able to put some buffers into place. A good app that you can use for this
Hello
is
and
one
welcome
sec.
to this
That's
video.
on the
In this video, I
iPhone.
would like to show
And
you
what it
OneSec,
does
which
is you
is
can
an
put it
app
up
to
so
help you.
instead of going directly into certain apps, it'll put a buffer there. You can even put it to have a language quiz, which I set up for Reddit on my phone. So I need to, do a little calculations, a little language learning before I get to Reddit. And that just puts that little buffer there. And I think that's a good thing. And now that AI has added to the mix, it makes it even more disturbing because now the goal is with AI is for creators to create content faster, to create more content, to create it faster. And it just becomes this vicious circle. And I was thinking that it's like a prison. And part one is like, I want you to understand these companies like Facebook, like YouTube, like Reddit, like Quora, they don't create any of their own content. It's all user generated content. And so they're the new landlords or slave owners, if you will, because they have all the control. They control everything. And they really don't pay the people that create this content anything, or in some cases, not at all. And yet there's people there that are falling over themselves to get more views, more reach, to expand their audience, to expand their subscribers or followers, all that kind of stuff. And if you think about it from that perspective, it's really forced labor where people are doing all these things in the hope of getting maybe some social recognition. And I think that's a really big component to think about, is that they're leveraging that desire for people's self-expression, for people to be validated in a way that maybe they won't be in their ordinary lives, or IRL in real life. But it's this validation that people can get. And they're holding that as a carrot to get creators to create more content. And so this is bringing more and more people to create content. There's more and more content that's being put out. And because of that, there's that pressure to create better content, to create more content. And I think that's like a treadmill where you just can't get off. And I think that, alluding back to the first part of the video, that's what those YouTube creators were really talking about, is you've got to at some point find that balance between work and life. Because if you're a creator and then you're spending all your time thinking about what you're going to tweet about, what you're going to record next, scripting your next video, taking B-roll that you may or may not use, that's taking you out of that present moment, that all has some kind of cost. And I don't mean to say I have all the answers to this, but I think it's important to ask the questions. So like Liz Danvers says in True Detective,
All right, keep asking. Wrong question.
And I think that's a valid thing to ask. So maybe we should ask that question. Are we spending more time on social media than we like? Are we prioritizing creating content to someplace that's detrimental to everything else? If you're a creator, are you spending too much time checking your analytics, thinking about the next post, working on the next video? And is that really what you want to do? Because if you think about that, people on both ends, the creators and the consumers, the people that are engaging with that content and watching it on TikTok, on YouTube, both of those people are locked in. When new content comes out, the people that are consuming it are watching it, are reacting to it, are engaging with it. And the creators are thinking about what they're going to do to create more engagement with those people, to keep them on the platform longer, to looking at their analytics, seeing what they can do to market better, market faster, market smarter, use AI. So all these things. And I think it comes down to just a question of being aware of this and asking where it is that you want to go, what you want to see with this, and what you want to achieve. And are you really fulfilling your goals? Are you really making sure that everything is all in alignment with where you want to go? So it's a tough road being a creator. So I'd really be interested in hearing your input on this one. Let me know in the comments below where you weigh in on this scale and what you think about this kind of dualistic prison of creators and consumers being lorded over by the gods of the web 2.0, like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. It really does remind me almost of a Greek tragedy or the stories of the Greek gods where everyone's trapped in this symbiotic prison. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Let me know what you think in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.